So hello po ma'am, I am JP Palmero. This is my presentation about extinction. So I have chosen po the Schomburgk'S deer, scientifically named Reservus Schomburgk'i. So before I proceed po to the main point of my presentation, let me first share briefly some information about Schomburgk'S deer. So what is Schomburgk'S deer? So it was formerly described by Western Science in 1963 named after Sir Richard Schomburgk. Schomburgk's deer was abundant common at the 20th century around 1901 to 2000. The deer can be only found specifically in Chao Phraya River in central Thailand. So they live on swampy plains in grassy habitat. Sa mga river with many long grasses at canes sila naninirahan at kumukuha ng mga pagkain. The place where the Schomburgk's deer was just a small area that made out deer vulnerable to hunters. So they are vulnerable, madaling makita because yung Chao Phraya River that I have just mentioned earlier is just a small area. That is why people or hunter can easily kill and see them. Schomburgk's deer or Reservus schomburgk'i is believed similar to Barasingha, Reservus duvaucelli. It is because they both almost have the same appearance at yung basket-like antlers nila. And also of course because they belong to same family, the family Cervidae and genus Reservus. So here are the reasons or the threat why Schomburgk's become extinct. So these factors affects the existence of Schomburgk's deer. First is killing or hunting, habitat destruction, and the antlers demand. So let's have first the killings and huntings. The deer live in a small area, making the hunter easily kill them. So as what I have mentioned earlier, this deer lives only in Chao Phraya River Valley, and people can easily see and kill them because of the small area this deer lives in. So pagdaan ng panahon, dumarami ang mga taong pumupunta dito o nag-hunt sa kanila. And this causes the overhunting that later causes its extinction. Umunti ng umunti yung number ng population ng Schomburgk's deer. Second is the habitat destruction. Conversion of wetland habitat to rice field and expansion of infrastructure leading to increase in human population. So as time passes by during the 20th century, yung area na kung saan naninirahan ang mga Schomburgk's deer ay unti-unting napasok ng mga tao, there is an increase of human population on that area. And this lead to the conversion of their habitat to rice fields, yung pagdami ng mga tao doon. And also, the production of rice for exportation ay lumago, kaya maraming na-convert na habitat into rice field. So, ang tendency ay lumawak ng lumawak yung conversion sa lugar na yon and that affects the habitat of the Schomburgk's deer. So, the last one is the antlers demand. Due to high demand and high value of deer's antlers, people are kept on hunting. So, antlers are yung mga sungay ng mga deer. So, it is connected to the first reason na sinabi ko kanina, which is the killing, the hunting. This is also one reason kung bakit sila nagang patay ng Schomburgk's deer. So, kapag yung mga tao is nakapatay nitong type ng deer na ito, kinukuha nila yung antler and binibenta nila ito because this has high value on the market. Conservation status. So, the International Union for Conservation of Nature classified Schomburgk's deer extinct in 2015, and this is because of the mentioned factors, the hunting, habitat destruction, and the demand for its antler. So according to the International Union for Conservation of Nature, the last recorded deer in the wild was killed by a hunter in 1932. So yun po yung pinakahuling recorded na napatay na Schomburgk's deer. However, another Schomburgk's deer was accidentally killed by a drunk man who perhaps thought it a wild deer. The last known captive individual died in 1938. So yung pinakahuli talaga po is 1938. It was accidentally killed by a drunk man. So in addition, I have read an article that theorized that there is still believing existing Schomburgk deer in the wild. I forgot po the site, but in their study there was found fresh cut of antler and they have seen in the market. So nagkandak po silang ng investigation to test if it is freshly cut antler So the result was, yes, it was a fresh cut, not more than 2 years. So this gives them the thinking of there could be possibly existing Schomburgk'S deer in the wild. And for me po, personally, I think it is because some might move or had found another habitat that gave them the better chances of living. Because kasi po, 'di ba, due to habitat destruction, nawala yung existence nila sa Chao Phraya River, yung dahil sa pag-convert ng mga habitat nila into rice fields. So umalis yung iba at nanirahan sa ibang lugar. Another reference po, scientists daw, according po sa nabasa kong article, believe that there is still existing. But they don't have evidence po. Nag-base lang po sila dun sa nakuha nilang or nakita nilang fresh cut antler. To summarize po, the killings, huntings, habitat destruction, antlers demand, these three po are the major reason why Schomburgk'S deer met extinction. That's all po ma'am, and thank you for listening.